What's up, gang? Welcome to another episode of Hood Stories. Today, we're going to talk about a deadly rivalry between two individuals out of Sacramento, California. Murdagang Juju from the Oak Park section of the city and Jody woahh from the Del Paso Heights section of the city. If you're new to the channel, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. If you're pulling back up on us, we appreciate you. Now let's get into the story, but first, let's drop the mother intro. What's up, gang? For those of you who are unfamiliar with who these people are, let's start off with Jody woahh. Joseph Almanza, aka Lul Jody or Jody woahh, was a rapper from Sacramento, California. He represented the Del Paso Heights section of the city where gangbanging was normal and there was constant violence. He started rapping at age 15, started to gain a buzz as he got older. By 2019, he racked up a bunch of views on YouTube and was becoming a local star. He was affiliated with CML Lavish D through mutual acquaintances and made music with multiple South Sacramento rappers. Now that we talked about Lul Jody, let's get into Murdagang Juju. Julian Jason Brown, aka Murdagang Juju, is another rapper from Sacramento, California. He represents the Oak Park section of the city. They also go by HGM or Hell Gang Mozzy. This part of the city is also known for countless homicides and the streets are definitely not safe. He started rapping in 2019 and he's a close friend of rapper Mozzy from Oak Park. He's actually his lil homie. Even though he's a rapper, he's nowhere near close to how big Lul Jody was as far as fame. Now, for those of you who don't know, Mozzy is an Oak Park member and CML Lavish D is a South Sac Iraq Stars member, and these two gangs have been at odds for years. I'll go more in depth about it, but that's for another video. Let's get into the beef that left one of these talented artists dead. Another artist named Bris, we're gonna do a video on him too, who was another up and coming Sacramento artist from Fruit Ridge, was very close with CML Lavish D, which basically made him an automatic enemy to the Mozzy camp, including Murdagang Juju, and the two would diss each other back and forth on music. Now, Bris and Lul Jody happened to be very close. They did music together and hung around with the same people. So now Lul Jody was beefing with the Mozzy camp because of his affiliation with CML Lavish D and Bris. Now everybody says Murdagang Juju was ready to crash out anyways, and I guess he finally got tired of making diss songs and he decided to take action on his words. Saturday, June 6, 2020, Lul Jody was at a house party of a man named Radar and things turned deadly. As soon as night fell, a car pulled up and started firing shots and 5 people, including Lul Jody, was hit. Unfortunately, Jody didn't survive his injuries and the loss was big for Sacramento as a whole. For a long time, the case went unsolved, and then 18 months after the crime, Julian Brown, aka Murdagang Juju, and a man named Anthony Smith will go down for the crime. Come to find out, the car came back to Anthony's girlfriend, and the shell casings at the scene had Juju's DNA on them. The pair would get a 92-year sentence for the crime.
Stacy Avenue near Tangerine Avenue. To give you more context, 99 is just behind the camera now. Sacramento sheriffs just cleared this scene, so cars are able to get through here about within the last hour or so. And I want you to take a look at these markings here on the street. These are where bullet casings were, and if the camera flips over here, right over on this part of the street, there's even more markings, and that kind of shows you how broad the area is they're investigating. Now here's some video we shot before this opened up. Sacramento sheriff's deputies got out here at 2 a.m. They say that they found one adult man who was suffering from at least one gunshot wound. That man was pronounced dead here at the scene. Deputies also found a second male victim with a gunshot wound to the lower body. He was taken to a nearby hospital. At last check, his injuries were non-life-threatening. Now back out here, now all that's left of the scene are the marks in the road and some debris. We're seeing investigators out here as well, going from house to house. Looks like they're doing some interviews right now. So that's kind of the scene that we've been looking at all morning long. Again, this area kind of just opened up, so you're seeing more of it as we are right now.
All right, that is a really dramatic scene, especially with those drawings on the pavement. Let me ask you this question. Any information on a suspect yet, Zach?
Yeah, Kirsten, right now, Sacramento Sheriff says that there's no information about a motive or a suspect at this time. So a very scary morning for this neighborhood.
It's unfortunate, man, that this young man had to lose his life when they could have just fought. But you know how it is nowadays. Ain't nobody fighting no more, man. And then, you know, it's 2 lives lost as we know it. All too well. It's just another hood story. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said earlier, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment. If you pulling back up on me, we appreciate you, man.